Right, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever piece of recorded stand-up from my bedroom. Now, as it is such a unique and special occasion, I thought I would adorn with only the finest clothing of my finest jogging bottoms. Now, I know what you're wondering. Yes, I can fit my left shoes on my right foot. It's a very unique talent. Anywho, enough about me. There's a certain man I'd like to talk to you about. A man called Michael. Michael, McGee, Mixter, McGee-Doodah, Tim, or as he prefers me to call him, Dad. Now, my father follows a long Irish tradition of Michaels. There's great-great-great-great-granddad Michael, great-great-great-granddad Michael, great-great-granddad Tim. We migrated to America. There's great-granddad Michael again, we moved back. Then there's current Grandad Michael, and of course, Daddy Michael. I'm never going to call my dad Daddy Michael ever again. But anyway, so you can guess that when my eldest brother was born, he was of course called Daniel. That was my dad's first big fuck you to the old Irish tradition. His second was when I came along and they thought, Joseph. Fuck you again, Grandad. So my granddad at this point is fucking livid. He saying the whole time, you gotta have a third kid, you gotta call him Michael. You know what happens if there's one less Michael in the world? No, there's enough Michaels in this world. I know, I'm related to half of them. But other than that, a third child came along and it was blessed with the name of Michael. Now, my mum was never a big fan of this old Irish tradition. She had none of it. And was even less of a fan when my little sibling was born. For some reason, she didn't think my little sister suited the name Michael. Now, you're probably wondering, was she bullied as a child? Yes, 100 times yes. My God, did it not toughen her up. If you're a little girl called Michael, you become the hardest fucker in the world. She might have adorned pigtails as a child, but she fucking strangled me with them. Jesus. Anywho, enough about Michael, the psychopathic little sister, not with the crazy Irish father. My father is what you describe as a red label man. Now, by that, I don't mean he wears a red tag with his name on it or something. No, that's called a passport. Everyone's got one, you're not special. By red label man, I mean that... Actually, let me explain it. You ever gone into a Tesco, Asda, or anything like that? You browse through the aisles, there's your nice, normal price tags, normally white. And then, you might find the odd yellow price tag. They're a bit more fancy, a bit more remarkable. You're saving a bit of money. And then at the corner of your eye, you'll see something magical. The red label. Now, you're saving at least half your money when you get these red labels. And whenever my dad shops, he doesn't care what item he's seeing. He just cares if he sees red label. Now, so let's take something like dog food, red label, chuck it in the basket. Now, I'm quick to remind my dad of two things here. Number one, we don't have enough dogs that can eat all that dog food. And number two, not only do we have enough dogs, we don't have one dog at all. Now, you'd think, oh, of course, I'll put them back, we don't have a dog. Now, my dad thinks, well, you better get used to eating dog food. And that's the story of how I lived off dog food for a year. But Evero, he doesn't just do this with dog food. He does it with chips are on offer, nuggets are on offer, peas are on offer, dinosaur-shaped spam, the lot. And this applies to not just supermarkets. This applies to things like, if we're going to go to like McDonald's or something. Now obviously, because McDonald's, you're paying a lot for just some chicken and chips, so you think, I'm not going to waste my time. So if we did, it was a fucking treat. So, there was always one way you could go to McDonald's after shopping. And if we turned off that way, we were either excited or terrified. Because that way also led to the petrol station. And there's a good chance we could just be going there. So, there are always two indicators of which we were going. And at this point, me and my siblings are just eager there, like meerkats. Like, which way are we going? And then, we got the indicators. The good indicators if my mum turns around the car and goes, we're going to Mackey's! And the bad indicator, if my dad turns around and tells us to shut the fuck up because we're just getting petrol. Now, even if we did get petrol, we always ended up at McDonald's anyway. You wanna know why? 'cause no one tells Michael Amanda Collins, the hardest little fucker I've ever met in my life, what they can and can't do. And that's the story of how my sister used to terrify the fuck out of my father. Thank you very much for listening.